Math tip. The notation for a minor arc requires the endpoints of the arc, AB. The notation for a major arc requires a point on the arc included between the endpoints of the arc, so AQB. Semicircles are named as major arcs. The measure of a minor arc must be between 0 and 180 degrees. The measure of a major arc must be at least 180 degrees and less than 360 degrees. And the measure of a semicircle is 180 degrees exactly. The notation for the measure of AB, arc AB, is M arc AB. Points A and B divide the circle O into two arcs. The smaller arc is known as the minor arc, AB, from here to here. The larger arc is known as a major arc. Whenever considering a major arc, you have to have 3 points, so that would be A, Q, B. The angle formed by the two radii, angle AOB, is called the central angle. So AOB is called my central angle. Notice that the major arc associated with the points A and B lie outside of angle AOB, while the minor arc lies in the interior of angle AOB. Arc AB is said to be intercepted by angle AOB. By definition, the measure of the minor arc equals the measure of the central angle. Questions 5 and 6. Given circle C with diameters JR and KQ, and the measure of RCQ is 50 degrees, use the definitions for central angle and intercepted arc along with triangle properties to find each of the following. So it's telling us that measure RCQ, this measure right here is 50 degrees. It wants you to find all the other measures. And then it says, attend to precision, write a definition for congruent arcs. For this section, I am going to give you 7 minutes. Go ahead and pause your video now. All right. So I went back to the fact that on the previous page, it said minor arcs have the same measure as their central angles. Well, if it told me that this angle was 50 degrees, that means that this arc must also be 50 degrees. JQ is this arc right here. Well, if I know that this is a diameter, that means it's 180 degrees, but I also know that this is 50. So 180 minus 50 would have been 130. It asks, what is the measure of this angle? Well, I know that we could create this like triangle right here. I know that these two side lengths are the same because they're radiuses. And if this is 50, that means the two of these together have to be 130, and divide that in half, we get 65 each. Here we have JQR. That's a semicircle. Semicircles are 180 degrees. Measure of JKQ, so it goes from here all the way this way. Well, I know that this piece right here is 180 and this piece is 50, so that's 230 together. Then it says the measure of JK and the measure of QR are the same degree measure, the same arc measure. So I could say that congruent arcs have the same arc measure. On to the next set of